bringing back an old center?
Oh, Kenny's in town and came by, and it's good to see him. And I miss him. He had a great 2 years for us. I wish he would have stayed, but no, good to have around.
How's just the reception from the team this week in practice coming off another tough weekend?
Oh, we had a really good practice yesterday. Today was dragging just a little bit. We went pretty hard yesterday. They lost a little bit of their energy today, but they're just got to play better. We got to cut the turnovers down. Got to get stops when we need them. So we got to play better.
Is Will dealing with something?
Yeah. No, he's banged up a little bit, and he didn't practice yesterday, didn't practice today. Hopefully he'll be able to go a little bit Saturday, but yeah, he's banged up a little bit.
Not to make excuses, Dana, because ultimately a guy plays, you can appreciate playing through injury, but if you don't get the execution you want and the performance you want, it still hurts. But does that kind of just add a little bit of context to what was a rough game for him with Washington?
Yeah, I mean, he's not playing real well. Key didn't have a good game at Washington. Washington State, he played really good, and so we gave Key some of those minutes. Brendan was going to play a little bit more, and now he's out with a sprained ankle. So just kind of one step forward, one step back with some guys.
Not just to this situation specifically, but like a totality. Maybe we talked about it even at the end of last season with Will, and he gets sick, but fan perception and things. Why do you think it is that this fan base, like as much as they want out of Will, they have high expectations, but it's like they're so much faster to criticize than they are to have appreciated the times where this season he keeps things afloat, or last year playing when he did play well, or that he's just this, it seems like he's a polarizing figure, yet to a person he's not a polarizing personality.
Well, I have no idea that he was that polarizing. I don't know that. If that's what they're saying, they're not here every day. People can say whatever they want, but they weren't here at 1:30 today till 4 o'clock. They weren't here yesterday, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. They're not with us, and so I guess that's why I don't care what they say. We put a lot on Will for a long time there. Has he been up and down? Yeah. And he'll be the first one to be his own critic. He's disappointed that he hasn't done more. But, he had mono last year and played a few games with it before we figured out what he had. He's played with a bad hand, a bad finger, and a bad hip. And tries to push through, and we had other guys not playing real well, so I just stayed with him. And if there's anybody to blame, they blame me. For playing him too much. But like I said, I don't know what people say, but again, we're here every day. We've got some coaches that have a lot of experience. That we talk every day about what we feel is best for the team, and we're going to do what we feel is best, knowing what we see every day, trying to have some standards for our program of what's expected. And as you mentioned, when we got down to 6 or 7 guys, if it wouldn't have been for Will, we would have really struggled in that period with Keyshawn out, Jermaine out, Brennan out. We didn't have any other guards, and
or bigs for a couple of days.
Yeah, no, he's done a good job. I know he's disappointed, like all our players are, where we're at. But the older guys can't feel sorry for ourselves, or no one feels sorry for us. We got to pick it up and figure out a way together to make something happen here.
Is he still able to come across as a leader when he's going through those up and down periods?
Yeah. No, guys respect the fact that he's tried to play hurt. They know he's not healthy. They know he's here every day in practice. They know when he was able, he was putting in extra time. If they don't respect that, then the guys respect work ethic. They respect talent, and they respect work ethic. And they know who's working hard and who's not. They know who's invested and who's not. I don't have to tell them. They know. And so again, it's tough on the team, but they're trying to fight through it, and I haven't done a good job helping them out with some of it. I just, as much on me as it is any of the guys. That's I'm disappointed. Where we're at. I'm disappointed. I haven't pushed the right buttons. I haven't done the right things to get us where we need to be. So, like I said, we're in this together, and we got to make a run here. And we've had 2 lively practices, physical, and I've been a little bit more demanding, trying to get them to do things. Cursed a little more than I usually do, and I don't like doing that, but trying to get their attention. Sometimes when you talk to them, they don't listen until I curse. Then coach must be mad today. So I don't know.
The 4th seed is still in reach for you guys, especially with some of the games on the other team's schedule that are above you. Is that something that you use as motivation? Getting that by can help you guys out.
I haven't really looked at it, to be honest. I looked at Oregon State and just, the next one. I think our guys have an idea because I heard them talking about it. But, I just, like I said, we can't look at 3 games. We got to look at 1.
What stands out about Oregon State since you've played them? Hope seems to have really got going.
Well, he does. He gets those 3s going. He does some good things. Taylor can really get it driving at the basket. They've been a little up and down, with their shooting. But they're a dangerous team, and they're 9-5 at home. It's kind of like with Washington State. You take a look at them; they were 9-3, 10-3 at home. Teams are different at home. They've got good wins over USC, Washington, Colorado. So yeah, they're dangerous. Dangerous at home.
Last time you played them, you were really able to use this size. Is that going to play an important part again in this one?
Well, I hope so. I hope that we can get Dante the ball and have him make some plays. But yeah, no, Dante and Nate, Khalil's got to get going a little bit. But yeah, we hope all of them can go.
Well, you guys are in this season. How much more important does this game feel? Like you said, you guys got to really make a run here. How important does that sort of put on this game outside of the rivalry and outside of the 3-game losing streak, just where you are in the season right now?
Like I said, every game, it's the next one, and we got to get prepared for the next game.
Back in November, right before the season got going, Dana, in that open practice, you had a little bit of gallows humor to the crowd, but I would argue that you were trying to warn them a little bit because of how everybody was hurt and not practicing, and this one's dealing with that and this and that. So I'm guessing that you definitely foresaw in the early part that things would be a struggle. But when guys came back, what's been most frustrating to you over the last 2 months where you have been healthy? And
probably the most frustrating thing is the connection with them. Things that our coaching staff feels is important. We just haven't been able to convey that. And be focused on the same things at times. I'd say that's our in-game adjustments have not been some of our better ones, and whether it was rebounding the ball in the second half against USC, whether it was Tabellus killing us in Arizona and every time out us talking about how we're supposed to be guarding him and not making the adjustment. So the turnovers in the first half, we hold Washington State to 29% from the field, but they get 8 more shots than us because of turnovers, and they get 2-3 layups because of the turnovers. So, we just kept turning it over. I tried to have an analogy that's like you're playing football and you fumble once, you fumble twice. At third possession, you can't fumble the dang thing. You got to try to. And we just, didn't make. Now we did a much better job second half when we had 2 turnovers. But that first half, we should have been up more because our defense was really good, and we just didn't get enough shots on goal. So, whatever the reason, I just don't feel like we've been able to get our message across. And I've talked to the guys about that. Shot selection. It goes in one ear out the other. So we're not playing to our strengths. I talked to each one of them individually about, what they're doing well and play to your strengths. I guess you're all trying to prove me wrong. But no, I'd say that's what I'm most disappointed in, you know, that we just haven't been able to connect. And, you know, when a team doesn't optimize what you think they should do, as a coach and teacher, you're disappointed. But again, we can't change any of those games. We got to worry about the next 3 and try to get that connection, try to get those things going. And again, you know, last couple of practices have been good. We're still making a lot of mistakes, but at least I think they're trying to work with me a little bit better. And they don't like being where they're at either. You know, I don't like it. They don't like it. So the only way we change that is change a few things up.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, guys.